Welcome back, everybody. Well, today's show is all about taking a little trip to Italy, a little trip to Europe. Have you always wanted to do that? Well, one of the ways, the best way to see Europe these days is by a river cruise. And joining us to talk all about this hot new trend in travel, which I am dying to take one, my husband and I, is Rose from Fox World Travel. Good morning.
Good morning.
You know, I think one of the things about you guys is that you really help people plan a trip, make it right, make it a great experience. There's nothing worse than putting a bunch of money out there and the trip is a disaster. And that's what you guys are all about, really, you know, making it custom.
Customize is what we like to say, because we take your needs, your wants, your desires into consideration and then help you decide what works for you. And I like the idea of going over there, as you said, on a tour possibly the first time and then get real brave and maybe do it on your own next time.
Absolutely, and that's where you guys come in. So river cruising, I have heard more and more that this is the way to go. Don't think those big cruises with the partying going on 24/7. This is nothing like this. This is very intimate, wonderful way to see Europe.
Right. For those people who have, let's say, tried big ship cruising and maybe didn't like it, it was just overwhelming for them. This is 120 to 180 people.
So think, oh, not thousands.
Right.
120 people, so
right.
You're going to get to know these people.
Absolutely. And dining is one seating. Everybody enjoys the dining together. Think about how great it would be. The gangway goes out in a little town like Milk, Austria. You walk off, you do maybe a city tour with a guide that morning. You come back, you have a great lunch. If it's sunny, you might even do it up top. It's outside, al fresco, it's beautiful. And you go, hey, remember that scarf I saw in that little shop? Or how about that great brew pub that I saw? And you go back into town on your own.
I love that.
Yeah,
see, I love that idea. And, you know, seeing Europe is some of the hotel rooms in Europe are very pricey, very, very tiny. The food there can be very expensive. So this is really the best of both worlds. It's like a floating hotel. We're seeing it now. And you're seeing the scenery you're going to see are these quaint towns, these river towns. And you can really experience, you know, if you don't want to eat on the cruise, you can experience the food there, the markets there.
You can, and what's really great is I've already been in the city and I've seen the chef buying local products.
Wow.
And bringing them back to the ship. And then they also pair up the wine or possibly even the beer that they're going to serve with the meals. Local cuisine, local beer, local wine.
Well, I'm all about the food, you know that, and
yeah.
I have to tell you, some of those big cruises, you know, they serve so many people that they can't do the food that they're going to do on this type of thing.
Absolutely, and the chef walks around and asks you how you like everything, and it's just very intimate, very boutique type experience, very unique.
Well, it sounds wonderful. So you have a couple of travel shows coming up, and this is the time that I think people are thinking about planning those winter getaways. Tell us about those. You can find out more about the river cruising and some of the other trips that are going on.
Absolutely. We've got two shows coming up on the 12th of November. One of them is in Neenah at the Best Western Bridgewood. And that's at 2:30 in the afternoon, and then we have another one at Trinity in Fond du Lac that evening. These are all with Avalon River Cruises, so you'll get to meet the fabulous Laura Urban, who is our rep from from Avalon River Cruising, and she is just on fire about river cruising in general. And then we have another one at the Holiday Inn in Manitowoc on the 13th, and you can RSVP right online for the shows.
So for people who might not be able to make those shows or who want more information on those travel shows, what's the best way to find out?
Our website is phenomenal. GoFox.com. I always talk about the big orange banner that's across the top, and there you can find everything you need to find. At the very right, you'll find out how you RSVP for shows. There's also a link to group travel. Now, what we do at Fox World Travel is we go in and we block space on certain popular departures, itineraries which are very popular. We have two coming up right now, one for September of 2014, and that was called Paris to Normandy Landing Beaches.
Ooh.
It's a round trip Paris. And that one is going to be fabulous. It's very good for history buffs, also very good for people who want to see Paris, and it's round trip Paris. So your airfare is round trip in and out of Paris, which kind of saves a little bit of money. And then we also have another one which is called Austrian Highlights and German Delights. I like this one. It's a 5-day river cruise featuring beer.
Ooh, I think a lot of our viewers would like that too.
I think so too.
Thanks so much, Rose. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
That river cruise sounds amazing.